Hello and welcome back to Chess of Blades, and we're gonna find out what this tarot reader has to offer. Because I do not remember ever seeing this guy anywhere. Not at all mentioned either. So, I don't know if maybe we're going to accidentally go with the secret fourth character playthrough if there is, apparently. And if this is them, well shit, I did not intend for this. But whatever. So the tarot reader seems thoroughly confident as he continues to shuffle, grinning at me slightly all the while. I don't think he really recognized I just came in here standing away from the devilish woman. His brow then furrows slightly in expression of concentration, filling his features as he flips the first card before me, studying it intently.
The moon? What's that supposed to mean?
Pursing his lips together in thought, the reader glances up towards me, narrowing his eye with an analytic glimmer in their amber depths.
A card of illusions. You lie in the dark, unaware of what secrets surround you, with no sense of your destination.
Yeah, fair enough. I suppose he's not. Yep. Yeah, he's not wrong. Yeah. I feel like that could apply to just about anyone, though.
Perhaps we should ask the cards about your allies. They might reveal some useful information about those around you.
I give him a slow doubtful nod to allow him to continue, unsure how he could possibly ask something so specific. So I suppose it can't do any harm. I guess. Judgment, Moon, King of Swords, and the Ace of Cups. Oh, he just had his, never mind. Studying them curiously, taps a finger against his lower lip in thought.
Ah, the king, is it? Someone close to you. A powerful figure with keen sight to pierce through the many veiled secrets around you.
That can either mean Linnaeus or Franz. One of the two.
That certainly doesn't sound like any of the friends I have.
Oh, you're
I'm
so
sure
wrong.
That's the right card.
Chuckling lightly, the reader shakes his head, trailing his fingertip along the table, the king to the ace. Also, did I accidentally stop recording? No, I didn't. Okay, we're good. We're good.
The king might not come off as a friend, my good patron. Cold, perhaps heartless. But this ace speaks of a chance for this king to have great fulfillment in his role, and you in yours.
Okay, yeah, he's talking about Linus. Because he's magical, and I'm like, yeah, it's
A time
Linus.
of difficult decisions, but one that could lead to a marvelous outcome if you take the right steps together.
If we take the right steps, I could probably fuck up still. Like we did with Franz. My frustration mounts as the cryptic reading continues. Who's the other three? This man would get along splendidly with Franz, who seems to enjoy spouting similar nonsense at every opportunity.
Whatever you say. What about the last card? What does judgment mean?
I imagine that means the ending. If it wants to continue. Rather than replying immediately, the man takes a moment to gaze at me with a keen interest, expecting to glean a better context from studying my face. Or quite possibly, he's just using it as an excuse to stare. Something that wouldn't overly surprise me, considering the people I've been around lately.
An awakening, a realization, a time of self-reflection and a resolution, all tied into your bond with the King of Swords. the mysteries around you will become clear at this final hour.
Okay, so I guess we're still with Linnaeus' ending with the way he's imagining this. Okay. I watched in puzzlement as he tapped his fingertip over judgment, looking rather smug and confident in his appraisal. Self-reflection and resolution, this now sounds horribly dramatic.
It could have been worse, I suppose. Good thing death or something nasty like that didn't make an appearance, right?
I realized I have like a cut for some reason. I just realized that. I don't think you can see it. But there's a cut here. And I just noticed that. Am I somehow dying? What the fuck? Something random I just realized. Anyway, let's continue with the game. It could have... he just said. I'm still in the mindset of usual vision walls. Anyway, let's continue.
Oh, it certainly could have been worse. I implore you to keep in mind, however, that these cards don't read your future, but rather the potential paths ahead of you.
Okay. Sweeps a hand slowly across the table and gathers up the cards, his hand slipping them back into the deck with a mysterious twinkle in his eye.
And which path you take, of course, is entirely up to you.
Oh, whoops. Fuck. He leans back in his chair and laughs himself, warmly shuffling the cards with more whoops. Hopefully you guys read the delays or figure out what I was going to say anyways. Starting to feel slightly unsettled, I push myself up to my feet, pulling out a few coins from my pocket and dropping them onto the table.
You're a convincing swindler, I'll give you that. Good day, sir.
So I wonder if he's going to come in later. I make my way out of the tent before he could spout any more confusing drivel that'll make my head spin. The warm air outside actually feels a little refreshing, and returning to the bustling crowd makes the curious prediction quickly float away from the surface of my mind. And now we're back out here. Deciding to loop and return to the main part of the festival, I stick to the side of the road, hopefully that all the unpleasant near encounters from earlier don't repeat themselves. Thankfully, it seems like I've successfully escaped. For now, anyway. In my head, I start to make idle plans for the rest of the day, wondering if I should pay another visit to the gardens, or maybe see if there's a library in the castle I can pursue?
Ah, Verison.
Oh, hello,
I
Linus.
should have expected to see you here.
If we're like a few steps away from the, tent? Shit. Okay. I was so absorbed in my own thoughts that I didn't notice the man casually falling to step beside me. How long has he been walking there?
Linnaeus? Why are you at the festival? I thought you were in the middle of an investigation.
Stop in my tracks, stare at him in surprise, and he halts in front of me. The dark, brooding expression on his face indicates quite clearly that something's wrong.
I've been taken off the case. The king ordered it directly.
What? He stares gloomily to one side, looking most distressed, I think, I've ever seen him before.
What? But you're the Inquisitor. Why would he take you off the case?
It was that damn Justiciar. Below me in rank, but always trying to make me seem like a fool. I know he said something about me to his majesty, that infernal pompous gigolo.
Okay, interesting insult. Pompous gigolo. Huh. For once, his icy glare is focused on something other than me. Sid focused so intently on a patch of grass, I can swear I can almost see it withering under his gaze. I'm not sure what to say to console him or why I even feel the need to console him in the first place. We actually had a choice here. But we are at a festival, so maybe he could take his mind off this unpleasant situation?
Well, why don't you see it as an opportunity? After all, you must be hard at work for most of your waking hours. Relax a little and, Relish the joys of life.
His eyes flick back over to me, narrating a mixture of irritation and skepticism. Blah, blah, blah.
Unlike some people, I am a man who prefers to work rather than waste my time with frivolous. Ah!
What the heck? Okay. His shoulders are too high up for me to place my arm around them. Grab a hold of his wrist, instead pulling him back into the crowd towards the festival stall before he could finish his annoyed response. He stumbled alongside me, finally matching my pace somewhat reluctantly.
Why were you even out here anyway, if you didn't intend to enjoy yourself at the festival? Sounds a little fishy if you ask me.
I
Oh?
was trying to find the king's foreign advisor in hopes that she could help me remedy this situation. Don't you dare imply I was planning on drowning myself in this swamp of excessive leisure.
Can't help but snicker at how uptight and offended Linnaeus sounds at the prospect of having even a little break. He really must be addicted to his work. It's impressive, though probably not overly healthy.
I'm going to force you to have fun whether you like it or not.
Interesting.
Don't be so ridiculous, Madison.
Okay. So Linnaeus frowns at me with a disapproving push upwards with his glasses, but I ignore his protests and pull him into the middle of the festival anyway. First stop has to be food because it's easy to be cranky when you're hungry. But on a full stomach, everything suddenly seems much rosier, even to Linnaeus probably.
So what do you like to eat? Vegetables? Does your diet consist of pure broccoli, perhaps? That would explain why you're so full of
Okay.
Ahem. Yes, I try to maintain a balanced regimen. When I do indulge in sweet things, however, they are most often fruit. Nature's candy, it is so often called.
I feel like that is true. They are nature's candy. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm surprised there, really. Armed with this new knowledge, I drag Linnaeus towards the little market stall, a man making fresh desserts. Lean in to whisper my request to him, pass over some coins, and he quickly sets about whipping something up. Linnaeus seems, though, puzzled as he gazes down at me, those hawk-like eyes blinking skeptically. La la la.
Just exactly what do you think you're... Huh?
As the vendor hands a bowl over to me, I shove it into Linnaeus' arms. Full of fresh fruit, drizzled with chocolate and crumbled sweet biscuits. That sounds goddamn delicious. Very thoughtfully, the dessert maker stuffed 2 spoons inside. Grab one of them and scoop up a few fresh berries, half of a biscuit, and then force it into Linnaeus' mouth before he has a chance to do anything. Good job. At first he chews with annoyance, but his icy expression starts to steadily thaw into something that betrays a certain enjoyment.
This is quite good, actually.
Isn't it? You have to indulge every now and then, you know. Otherwise you forget what the sweetness of life can really be like.
Good job, Rivian. Good job. Now the hell this is gonna play out. Much as he tries to pretend to be reluctant, clear that last mood is brightening little with every bit he takes. God damn, I can't speak tonight. We walk along together, each taking occasional spoonfuls of tasty fruits, dish, all heading into the part of the festival less edible wares. I notice Linnaeus' eyes constantly taking in his surroundings with a keen look of wariness, but he also seems a bit more at ease than he was earlier. Although he's certainly out of his element while I pull him along from one vendor or attraction to the next. It's rather charming to see his cold exterior shifting into something slightly more gentle. He really must have never had a moment to relax, huh? Well, I guess I don't usually do this sort of thing either. But I can't imagine what it must be like to spend all of your days, nights, and hard work Second, for so much as an occasional dessert with leisurely stroll. Explains why he's so no-nonsense, I guess. He probably expects everyone else to be as dedicated to what they do as he is. And at one point during our impromptu escapes, a thought suddenly occurs in my head and I pull my sleeves to get his attention.
You don't already have a mask for the masquerade, do you?
Oh yeah!
We both need one, you know.
Bite my tongue almost immediately after I speak. Said the other night that the only reason he wanted to go to the masquerade was for an investigation, but if it's that been cancelled...
I suppose you're right. I'd prefer to get something plain and simple instead of overly gaudy, though.
To my surprise, he replies back thoughtfully rather than giving the scornful retort I was expecting. Has he forgotten his words earlier, or does he really just intend for us to go to the dance for a date? As I puzzled over the situation, we came to a stop in front of a stall selling extravagant masks. I scanned the shelf for something that catches my eye, a bit overwhelmed by how many different options there are. It's hard to laugh at how out of place the tall stiff-lines looks among the plethora of mostly young girls at the stall. Whoops! I pressed space, or I'm just gonna keep my hand away from it now. Or at least wait for the text to finish. Anyway, soon I find a pretty one that tickled my fancy, and after showing last several different masks to try and figure out what he likes, he finally begrudgingly picks out one that I offer him and purchase it. Suppose that must mean he finds it less I can't speak words. Objectional than the rest. Holy shit. I can't speak. We head off into another part of the festival, however, I can't help but notice the corners of Linus' mouth are actually slightly turned upwards. Strange to see the deep lines of his forehead somewhat relaxed, but serves to make him look more his age, rather than a cranky old man.
You should smile more often, you know. You almost look cute.
I beg your pardon. I am not smiling, and I most certainly am not cute.
He is very tsundere. Says while turning his face away to hide what is almost definitely a smile. The pleasant day wears on, and the afternoon sun starts to gradually descend into the sky, and both of us agree to begin heading back towards the castle. I convinced Linus to buy a couple of things for himself along the way, little souvenirs and accessories that clearly draw his eyes, though he's too proud to purchase them without being nudged into it. By the time we return to the main hall, not a mall, what the fuck? There's a mall here? Apparently, in my words. Main hall, the Inquisitor has warmed up enough to exchange playful jabs, banter with me, or insults and retorts, more teasing and less sincerely meant than they used to be. Get up to the stairs and expect to find an excuse to run off. To my surprise, though, he motions for me to follow him in the direction of the guest rooms.
Where are we going?
I need to speak with you in private. Come.
Bewildered at his stern order, I follow behind him through the lavish hallway. The light-hearted mood grows a little tense once more, and I'm not sure what to think as we quietly walk towards his chambers. When we reach his door, he gestures somewhat impatiently for me to step inside, so I oblige. The door clicks shut behind us. Lance approaches me with his long, deliberate strides. He doesn't come to a stop until he's right in front of me, forcing me to crane my neck to meet his gaze. His serious expression abruptly returns, and he hesitates for a long moment. My God, I cannot speak. Finally, he takes a sharp inhale, uncharacteristically avoiding my eyes.
I lied to you earlier. I wasn't at the festival to look for the advisor.
I thought that much was obvious. You were obviously just wanting to enjoy yourself.
He shakes his head firmly. Out the over-exaggerated protest he did before.
I was looking for you.
Huh?
You. You're the only one I trust to help me with my own investigation.
Interesting. Continue. Blink at him for a few seconds. Is he seriously trying to pick this back up again? No, more unbelievably, did he just say I was the only one he trusted for this investigation? Because we're the main character? Yes. Yes, he
I
did.
can guess what you're thinking. It seems strange that I would ask you for something like this. Truth be told, I was considering asking some of the other advisors I know well, but right now, I feel like I cannot rely on any of them. They all have their stakes in various court affairs, and any number of them might be plotting against me. But you are still too new to this to be involved in such things. That is why I trust you.
Interesting.
Oh, you trust me because you think I'm too innocent for court intrigue, is that it? For all you know, I could be secretly planning your demise.
My doubtful response makes Linnaeus shakes his head gravely.
Rivian, listen to me. I implore you. Something is wrong. This thievery, this murder, the placement of the stolen jewels in your room. My conscience won't let me rest if I simply leave this matter in the hands of that foul, feather-hatted charlatan. I sense there is a deeper plot here, and I have to unravel it before the celebration ends.
He lifts his head back up to gaze at me intently, where behind his glasses I see a glimmer of dark determination. Even if I refuse his offer, I know he'll still investigate by himself. Nothing short of being put in a jail cell would stop him. Can I really risk involving myself in this? Yes. Yes. Yep. I thought I had managed to escape the tangled affair, earned a chance at a peaceful few days. But Linnaeus, the proud Grand Inquisitor, trusts me enough to help him with something so important. Because we are the main character. Why not? I'm not obliged to assist, but at the same time, I don't feel like I could let him down. Because clearly, we will totally not fuck up. Clearly.
Fine, I'll help. Why on earth I'm risking my own neck to help your excessive thirst for justice, I have no idea. But you'd better be damn grateful for it.
My reluctant reply causes a slow, relieved smile to spread over Lance's lips. Shift in expression is more gratifying than I thought it would be. Oh. Hello. Then Lance does a most un-Lance-like thing. His hand is petting my head?
Good boy. Your father would be proud, I'm sure.
Unsure how to react, I stare at him in awe as he ruffles my hair, long fingers torsling my neatly combed blonde locks. Smile on his face warmed. His face is warmed to an unusually coy smirk, perhaps due to his amusement from my baffled response. And I suck at speaking tonight. It's night as I'm recording this. Or morning, I guess technically. It's 12. It's like 12:45 right now. I feel my cheeks staring to heat up. I can't deny that the special tension feels a little nice. It must show on my face because the light in Linus's eyes is starting to grow far too smug for my liking.
Are you going to keep your hand there all day?
Oh, I beg your pardon. You were wearing an expression like a purring cat, so I thought you were indirectly asking me to continue.
Is everyone going to call him a cat? Gosh, if everyone does, that'd be great. If they do, that'd be great. So my disgruntled pout makes Linus snicker softly, but he finally steps back. When the warmth from his gentle fingers vanishes, I feel a little disappointed, but I force myself to ignore it. Turn to the matter at
Why
hand.
did we start then? What facts do you already have about what happened?
Letting out a sigh, Linnaeus leans against his desk nearby, fingers slipping underneath his glasses to rub at his eyes.
What I gleaned yesterday was this. After being escorted to a room by several guards, the Duchess was given a glass of water that was already on her dresser when the men arrived. Not long after, however, she began to show signs of poisoning. It worked its way through her system quickly, and she was dead not long after.
Inquisitor paused, tracing his thumb across his bottom lip thoughtfully. You can almost hear the sharp gears of his mind weary.
It is suspected that one of the servants brought the poisoned water while she had left her room. And it is possible indeed. The motive, however, is less immediately clear.
That's why Silas is so weird. 'Cause he brought the drink to her! Oh shit, so instead of Hazel's mom being the one that accidentally made it look worse for Rivian's aunt, I think? I don't remember. It's Silas, I think, who's getting I had the word a while ago, now I lost it. Being mistaken as the killer? Fuck, what's the word? I don't remember it. It's there at the tip of my tongue, but I can't put words together. God, anyways, continue.
You don't have a theory behind why someone would want the Duchess killed?
Blackmail, that's what it was. Took me so long. He lifts a finger at me as if to halt my questions, offering a chiding huff.
I didn't say that, did I? I have been deliberating on this overnight. The most likely explanation is an attempt to sabotage the engagement between the Duchess' son and our own king's niece.
Who is alive, I think? I don't know.
The Duchess,
Unless
as
they're
you
both
may
dead.
know, is an important figure from the Qatarian Empire, and such a marriage would have been a strong alliance. But now, as she has been murdered on her own soil, things are suddenly precarious.
I forgot his words, trying to piece together what he's getting at. Someone killed the Duchess to endanger relations between us and the Qatarian Empire.
This scheme reeks of a nefarious, anarchistic group that has been quite active of late. The Disciples of Ignatius.
Lysis claps his hand behind his back and strides over towards the window, glasses reflecting the afternoon sun as he gazes out into the distance.
The Disciples are well known for doing everything they can to bring down monarchies, attempting to plunge the world into a war of law versus chaos. I fear an agent of theirs has snuck into the celebration somehow. But, if that is the case, it's possible my fears are unfounded. As much as I loathe to admit it, the Justiciar is renowned for bringing numerous members of the cult to light, even though it goes beyond the reach of his occupation.
The way Lysis' finger curls into his fist at the mention of Raphael, I can tell how much he hates the other man. Well, it makes sense. Their jobs are fairly similar to each other at the level of their competition, though it seems like it goes beyond a healthy rivalry. In fact, they strike me as completely opposed to each other. Sharp, no-nonsense Linnaeus, I guess Linnaeus, it's been said either way, I think, against the showy, theatrical Raphael.
Why do you dislike him so much? Raphael, that is.
Question pressing on my mind slips out almost unthinkingly. Blah. Nice eyes briefly widen, a moment later they narrow in a bitter expression.
He is my estranged cousin. At one point, many years ago, we were as close as siblings, as hard as it is to believe. But as circumstances changed, he became increasingly antagonistic.
Okay, so that could easily rule out Raphael. I guess he was also kind of too obvious. Okay. That would explain more. To my surprise, there was a faint element of pain in Linnaeus' voice. So maybe it's still... I can't remember the kid's name. Alistair, that's what it was. I would imagine it's probably still Alistair. Yeah. So, to my surprise, there was a faint element of pain in Linnaeus' voice. Circumstances? Against circumstances, I wonder. I can barely imagine what could have turned a close relationship into something as hateful as they have now.
Keep your distance from him, Rivian. As easy as it is to write him off as a fool due to his distastefully flamboyant demeanor, Raphael is a dangerously shrewd man. He'll make you drop your guard, then take advantage of your weaknesses.
Hard to see him be able to do that, but okay. His gaze suddenly focuses on me with a look so serious that it makes a chill run down my spine. Making it quite clear that this is an order I'm not supposed to disobey. The sharpness of his eyes make it impossible for me to do anything other than nod. Why does he care so much about me interacting with Raphael, though? There is an unusual level of intensity in his words, which is admittedly rather flattering when directed towards me, but there's certainly something going on between these two. My curiosity is burning so intensely that I want to pepper Linnaeus with questions. Although right now I get the feeling that he doesn't want to delve into it any deeper. Tension in the air reigns taut after his words, and as I grow increasingly desperate to diminish it, I let out a soft breath. Smooth my hair back with the hand. Oh my god.
Well, I'll do my best to discover what I can. Perhaps we can meet later to discuss our findings?
Indeed.
That single cool word is all the reply he offers me before he turns back to his desk, beginning to shuffle through the papers, absorbing himself in his work. Perhaps discussing Raphael put him in a bad mood, worse than even his normal one. I found myself a little disheartened, however, that he doesn't offer as much as a warm word of farewell. I mean, we're not bosom friends or anything, but I wouldn't mind if he showed more of a lightheartedness from earlier. Can he switch back to being a brisk, with only brusque? Oh no, I don't know. Within only a few moments.
I'll see you later then.
I was kind of expecting a goodbye from him after that. Never mind. Muttering under my breath, I turn and show myself out of his room, waiting for him to call me back at any moment. When that call doesn't come, though, I head back towards my own chambers feeling a little miffed. Just as I thought we were making some progress, gone all frosty on me again. It is too much to ask for a little friendliness? I don't need all his attention, but he's so quick to dismiss me that I have to wonder if he even remembers my existence when I'm not around. And I think I'll end it here. So if you enjoyed the video, got the like button. If you want to see more, maybe see the next part, go to the subscribe button to be notified of anything I make. Got anything to say? Say it in the comments below, and I feel like this is going to be a long journey again still. So, see you guys in the next video. Comrades?